This is a security cam footage my camera just picked up of my landlord David Locke starting to spray into our garden only with industrial type Roundup that he's acquired somehow through the farm industry. There he is spraying our garden only. He's pumping it up and spraying into our garden alone. He just walked across the grass. This is where we eat out of. We have tomatoes. We just had our Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, my beets.
Beets, turnips. That's all garden that he's spraying right there.
Celery or corn.
He told cops one time that he pays us for veggies, which he does not do. This is our landlord coming here. He thinks we're gone right now. Thinks we're eating our Thanksgiving dinner during this. I mean, sorry, thinks we were like with family, but we were inside and the truck was parked in the barn. He didn't go back in my barn yet area, which is closed right now, and the truck is back there. So there he is, getting right up to the end of my garden only, and turns around and gets back. See, he sprays just the garden. Just the garden, as you see.
And the only weeds that are there is just creeping Charlie. It's not a big deal.
It's not a weed, it's a grass. I cut the grass. I mean, it looks a little high right here, which it isn't. That's just the mound from our septic system. But you can see the lines in the grasses. I've just cut it about 4 days ago, and the lease states that I am to maintain our yard. This is Dave Locke of LOCKE Insurance Brokers in St. Thomas, spraying around our food that we eat. And this is the only area he is spraying with weed killer, and it's the Roundup type, industrial style. Heidi told me that she's scared to not have the truck parked out back, because when it's not there, it seems that he's up to things.
He sneaks over.
And he sneaks over, and here we have him again. So in a minute here, I'll be coming outside on the front camera, and I'll confront him and tell him not to spray near my garden. He says he only sprayed the grass, and you'll see him walk completely around my house and go back to the garden to spray it more. So that's just the edge of my garden there. He's just making sure to get the corner of it and kill everything in there that we eat.
Also, those are my client's plants right here that I'm taking care of.
Oh, right. That is client plants right at the edge of the garden.
Yeah, that he's working his way up.
And there are no weeds. You can see it's fresh cut grass right there. So
yes,
let's move to the next cam. Front cam. The front of my house. And this is me coming out my door to confront him while we're eating our Thanksgiving dinner.
He doesn't think we're home.
I just confronted him. He had his back to me. He didn't even know. I'm like, yo, you can't spray there. You know, that's our garden. Don't spray there.
And he continues spraying.
He says he's not spraying there, just the grass. So he's pretending to just spray the grass around the house here.
Where the dog...
See, I go inside. And then what he does is he looks, and then he just walks around to the front of the house. Like, he's just spraying the grass. Like, he's just killing the grass. Well, no, he's not even spraying there, did he? No, he didn't even spray. Dave coming back around the house. He's not even spraying. Not even spraying. He's just walking straight over to my garden again. He's just walking straight over to my garden. Watch this. Alright, this is the next cam, going back to the first one we showed of him, or the second one I mean, going back to the garden. It's just starting to spray right there at the garden. You can see it just starting to spray.
The one that he apparently
The one that he says he pays us for veggies. Look, he's right at the edge of the garden, and then he comes back in. Oh, this is where I confront him. You'll see it on the other cam. I have another cam of me walking out and confronting him. I'm telling him, do not spray our garden, Dave. He's like, oh no, I'm just doing the grass. But he just went back around to that side, which was weird. And then I come out and I'm like, you know, I feel the wetness of where he just sprayed beside our garden 6 minutes ago. I'm like, Dave, you're spraying right there. I'm like, Dave, we have you on camera spraying our garden. You cannot spray our veggies. What are you thinking, Dave? You see that tomato? That's a wet tomato that you just sprayed. You do not belong here. Stop spraying our food. Well, maybe not in those exact words, but it was something like that. Okay, I gotta go back to the next camera now. Just crazy. And he's got nothing else to spray. He just pretty much takes it from here and he leaves. He goes home. He only came to spray our garden. And he doesn't live there. I'm not going to show the next video, but it's him just pulling out in his vehicle, in his car.
Look, my truck's not there, and that's why he's here.
And he's here because he thinks our truck isn't here, and that's what I'm saying right now. You think we're gone, and that's why you're here spraying our garden, Dave. And there he is. He's just walking off. Like, he's not spraying anything on the yard that he owns. Like, that's the yard that he owns over there, and this is the yard that we're renting. So he just blatantly came over to spray my yard. My garden, specifically. As you've seen, he just walked right around the house. He just, I mean, we gave the full blast. And I'm going to be blasting this on Facebook.